Welcome to Dean's Den. Today's show is brought to you by ExtremeCarCleaning.com. Hi guys, it's Dean, and welcome to Dean's Den. Today's podcast is called Get Rich Detailing. Making money detailing is a piece of cake. Getting rich detailing is going to require some effort on your part. I'm here today to help you get the very most out of your detailing. I want you guys to make serious money. Not just enough to replenish the stuff that you use. I want you guys to make a ton of profit. And there's a lot of things that I can share with you to help you achieve that. I've been detailing for 33 years. Now, back in 2016, my goal was just being a weekend warrior, and I finally reached my breaking point. I was working 50 hours a week at my full-time job, and then putting in 20 to 30 hours every weekend working my side business. Honestly, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I was making money, but seriously, it wasn't even a fraction of what I'm making now. And I'm working a lot less. By the end of the podcast, you're going to be able to make a lot more money working less hours, and you'll have a lot more respect from your customers, and your business will be a lot more attractive to them. The biggest ingredient you need to be successful is a passion for detailing. If you don't have that, pause the podcast and ignore everything you heard, because this is not going to help you. If you really don't care about detailing and love it, you're never going to succeed. So my advice to you, follow your passion. If it's not detailing, then okay, if you want to do it as a hobby, fine. But if you want to do this as a full-time career and make a business out of it, your heart has to be in it. The main reason that passion is so important is it reflects in the service you're giving. If you really don't love what you're doing, the customers are going to know that immediately, and there's no way you're going to make a ton of money doing this. If you are passionate about detailing, listen to what I have to say, and I'm going to help you make a lot more money and keep a lot more of that money for yourself. Up until 2016, in this area where I live, Ontario, Canada, detailing was not taken seriously at all. Customers were not really willing to pay the amount of money that they are now that we have ceramic coating on the scene. Social media, most importantly Facebook and YouTube, put detailing in the forefront and reached our customers in a way that was never possible before. When I started this business 33 years ago, every customer that I got was from phone book ads, newspaper ads. It was very, very expensive to bring customers into my shop. And now with social media and YouTube, customers are learning all about the awesome services that we have. And we have a ton of detailing icons out there every day, putting up new videos and telling customers all about the wonderful things that we're able to do. All of them are marketing our business for us for free. Because of all their hard work, now our customers understand the difference between a regular detailer and a professional grade detailer. Now the point of this is, all these detailers that are out there popping all these videos up all over the place, they're the ones that are making us successful from the get-go. They're doing the hardest part, convincing the customer that they need our service. All we have to do is run with the ball. In other words, all we have to do is not disappoint the customer once they're in the door. 30 years ago, when I told people I was a detailer, they asked me what that was. Today, everybody knows what a detailer is. It's up to us to retain that level of professionalism for the customer or exceed it, because they already have an expectation of how great a service they're going to receive from us. The first thing you need to do to make sure you're at that level is to sit down, go online, and look at what the other detailers are doing and how they're doing it. Learn as much as you possibly can. Go on YouTube, watch the veteran detailers, join detailing groups, ask questions, just like school. The more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. You need to go online and learn, because we don't know everything. I've been at this 33 years and I'm still learning. You can do it for free. It doesn't cost you anything to go and get this information. And it's only going to help you succeed and make more money. To start you off in the right direction, go to extremecarcleaning.com. Look on my YouTube channel. Look at my featured channels. And these are the icons that I follow, and these are the guys I learn from. That's a great place to start. The next thing you might want to do is join the Detailers Guild group on Facebook. I created this group back in 2019 with Andrew St. Pierre and Carlos Serrano, and now we have 2,600 dedicated members that are there to help and support you and make sure that you succeed. We have CEOs in there from supply companies, equipment companies. There's all kinds of fantastic people in there, all in one area. It doesn't end there. I want you to join as many detailing groups as you can. Listen to podcasts about detailing. Go on YouTube and learn as much as you possibly can for free. It never hurts. And anything you learn for free about detailing is going to save you money and make you more money in the long run. Now, if you're listening to this podcast and you like what I'm saying, it's actually proof that it works. Because where do you think I got all this information from? I got it from watching my icons and learning from them. I always credit the people that teach me. I didn't know everything. I wasn't born a detailer and knew everything right off the hop. I had to learn, just like everybody else out there. With that being said, one of the biggest downfalls that a lot of people face is not knowing how to run a business. Detailing is a business. You have to run it like one. You have to have some kind of knowledge of finance. You have to know about personal finance. You have to know how to do a set of books. There's certain things you need to know. Even in our detailing community, there's a lot of people there that can help you with the financial end of the business. Without that, you don't stand a chance at being successful. You need to know how to track all your expenses for the month. Put that against your income and then know exactly how much profit you made at the end of the month. That includes your labor cost, your equipment cost, your equipment maintenance cost, your fuel cost, hydro, water, whatever expenses are involved in the detailing business, you have to account for them. And you have to know what they are. Because if you don't, you're not really making any money. If you're mobile, it's super important that you document everything about your vehicle that you're using to do mobile detailing. You need to know what the vehicle costs. You need to know how much wear and tear is on the vehicle. You need to track all your maintenance on the vehicle, how much fuel you're going through. It's so important because that's a huge aspect of your business, and if you just ignore it, you're not going to make any money. This is why myself and all the icons that I follow will tell you the exact same thing. You need to charge a proper amount of money for the services that you're providing because nothing is free. Your truck isn't free, your oil changes aren't free, your gas is not free, your equipment is not free, your supplies are not free. None of that is free. If you have somebody helping you, their labor is not free. So you really need to set the prices where they need to be. There's a reason that most of us have the prices set between $50 and $100 an hour or more, because there's a lot of costs involved. The costs have just skyrocketed in the last couple of years because of COVID and other things that have happened. The economy is not where it was 3 years ago. It's super important that you stay aware of all the economic downfalls that are happening because it totally affects your business. This is important. You want to be successful. You want to make a ton of money. To charge the prices we do, you need to provide the level of service that we provide. Okay, and I'm talking about professional, successful detailers. All right, you need state-of-the-art equipment. You need the proper chemicals. You need to be able to do the job properly. You need the proper training. Without all those things, you cannot operate at the same level as successful professional detailers. I want to see everybody out there making a ton of money. When it comes to running the business, every dime that you make for the first 5 years needs to go back into the business first so you can build and grow the business and get it to the level that you need it to be at. Most businesses, not just detailing businesses, take 5 years to establish themselves. That means there's enough money coming in that after all the wages are paid, after all the chemical costs are paid, after everything is paid, there's still a huge profit there, so that down the road you can buy better equipment, you can put money away for your future, you can do a lot of things. It's going to take about 5 years to build that up. But once you get to that point, you're going to be making money hand over fist. You have to be smart with your money. Another huge downfall is when the customer hands you money at the end of the service, whether it's $100 or $1,500, that money is not yours. Now, what I mean by that, your expenses have to be covered first. Your rent, your equipment costs, everything that you have involved in the business, your hydro bill, water bill, fuel for your vehicle, all these things have to be accounted for. That's why I said it's so important that you know what your costs are. That way there you know when you make the $1,500 that you can say to yourself, wow, I need the $1,000 to cover my bills for the month, and the $500 is mine. You need to know these things, because if you don't know what your monthly expenses are, then there's no way you can pay that bill at the end of the month. I'm fortunate. At this stage of the game, now I have an all-inclusive payment every single month. My rent, my utilities, my water, it's all lumped into one bill because I actually own my own shop. I'm not renting from somebody. And I know that if I put away a certain amount of money every single month, it'll pay all the bills and I can maintain it. The only thing that varies month to month is my labor costs and my chemical costs. And I have a really good idea of what that range is. You need to know these things, because if you don't, and you go and you spend all that money, you're not going to have any money left at the end of the month to take care of these bills for the following month and the month after that, and the month that you're slow because of extenuating circumstances like the weather, ripping up the road in front of your shop. These are things that you need to take into account, and they're things that I went through when I first started. Now, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. If you realize that these problems exist out there and you prepare yourself for them, you're going to come out a lot further ahead and have a lot more money in your pocket. If you're willing to make a commitment to your business for the next 5 years when you first start, you will be successful. And that means every dime possible goes right back into that business to buy yourself equipment to make you more money. You need to have the willpower to not buy things that are not going to make you money for the next 5 years. And then you can start taking your money and using it for what you want. The money above and beyond what you need to run and sustain the business. The nice clothes, the nice cars, eating out, all that stuff can wait, okay? You're better off to take that money and invest it into marketing your business, buying better equipment, getting yourself the supplies that you need, doing whatever you can to make your business the very best service that it can possibly be for your customer. Once you know what your monthly expenses are, the best advice I can give you is put away about 2 to 3 months of money to make sure you can get through those months when there's not a lot of income coming in. Okay, it's different for everyone, because depending on where you live, it could be the environment that is screwing up your business. Like in Canada, it snows, so we've got anywhere between 3 to 6 months where we may not be doing a lot of vehicles because of the weather. All right, other places around, it could be an economic issue. There could be certain things that happen every year with the economy locally that cause a downturn in your business. You need to have money to maintain your business and get you through the hard times. There's absolutely no excuse why a detailer making $100,000 in 7 months is on the internet in month 8 screaming that they've got no money to get through the winter. That's insane. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, because that means they've blown all that money. There's no way. Like, anybody else makes $100,000 a year, they can get through the months. Look at school teachers. They go and they work their school year and they take the summer off. They've got money put away. So you need to think like that. Our business is a seasonal business because it doesn't really run 24/7, 7 days a week, unless you live like in California or Florida and you're blessed to have the weather in your favor. Most of us have to deal with bad weather. We have to deal with local economic downturns that occur every year, like going back to school, Christmas. There's different things that occur where people shift their spending and they don't want to get their car detailed for whatever reason. In our area, in the month of July, it can get very tough around here because a lot of people tend to go on vacation for the month of July. It's just the way it is. A lot of people go on lavish vacations or go away with their kids and aren't thinking about getting their car detailed. So we do notice a difference in the flow of cars that come in. So you need to have the money put away and you need to be responsible. Don't live week to week. Don't blow every dime that you get, because you're going to need that money to help you keep your business going. When you first start out, if it's difficult for you to set your prices, one of the things you can do to help yourself is look at what the local dealerships are charging for detailing work. Now, if they're charging, say, $300 for an interior, and you charge 2/3 of that, and you're just starting out, that's reasonable. You're going to make money. It depends on the level of service you're doing too. If you're cleaning cars with a garden hose and a shop vac, you can't expect to get the same kind of money as somebody that spent $75,000 building up their business out of their truck. It depends on how much equipment, how much money you have involved, and in the way you market yourself towards a customer. If you have a really slick website, you have really good equipment, and you present yourself as a friendly, neat, well-organized, professional detailer, you can ask for a lot more money. It's very, very important. I know they say never judge a book by its cover, but in our business, that's exactly what the customer does. They look at you. If you have a nice, clean vehicle and you show up to detail their vehicle, and your vehicle is well organized and all your equipment is nice and clean and set up right and well maintained, that says a lot. If you show up there and your vehicle is 10 times dirtier than theirs that you're showing up to detail, that's not good. That doesn't send the right message to the customer. If they pull in your shop and it looks like the inside of a garbage truck, you're not going to entice people to come and drop off their $90,000 vehicle at your shop to have it serviced. You need to look the part. It's so important that when the customer comes to you, that you convey the exact same image that they're seeing on the internet. Because if they don't see exactly the same thing, there is no way that you're going to get what you deserve for your service. All right? Now, I hope all these things helped you guys, and this is not the be-all, end-all. I want you guys to reach out, learn from veteran detailers, get professional training whenever you can, because believe me, it helps. One other thing you can do also too is try not to do everything yourself. Learn how to delegate. Learn how to let go. We can't do everything ourselves. It's impossible. You can't go and build your own website and detail the cars and do posts on Facebook all the time. You can't do everything. Do your books and all. You can't do the whole thing yourself forever. You can't. Once you get to a certain level, you're so busy, you don't have time to do all the behind the scenes work that needs to get done. You need to start delegating. You need to start hiring people. You need to start outsourcing some of the things that are essential to your business, but you just do not have the time, because you cannot take away from a job that's paying you $250 an hour to sit down and do books that are not paying you anything. That doesn't make any sense. If you're paying somebody $25 an hour to do your books and you're in the shop making $250 an hour because you're out there running your crew, you need to see where you're at. You understand what I'm saying? You need to be where the money is. You want to make money, you need to be there and provide for the business in the best way you possibly can. And that means if it's not making you money, you need to have somebody else dealing with it. Because if you're taking away from your business by sitting there doing something that you're not getting paid for, you need to think long and hard about hiring somebody to do that for you. I wish you guys all the best. Like I said, there's a ton of information out there. I don't have all the answers. I'm just trying to point you guys in the right direction. And I wish you guys all the best. I want to see everybody out there making millions of dollars detailing. It is doable. You can make this a career. I walked away from a full-time job and I've never been happier, okay? I've got more time to spend with my family. I've got more time to spend doing things that I want to do, because now I can manage my time and I have the money to do the things that I really want to do. All right. So anyways, thank you guys very much for listening. Thanks for tuning in to Dean's Den. And as always, I hope this helped you guys out. All right. Take care, and I'll talk to you again soon. Today's show is brought to you by ExtremeCarCleaning.com.